bit about what that more should be. Here, when I was in college, let me take you on a little travel log here. When I was in college, we were worried about getting jobs, and there were bull sessions in the dorm rooms about the Soviet Union, about how Vietnam went wrong, and so forth. Ronald Reagan gets elected in 1980, and both problems get solved. And economic expansion begins, and it continues with a few setbacks, but it fundamentally continues for 25 years. And we win the Cold War. And so for my generation, there's I think a perfectly understandable impulse to say, wait a minute, why don't we try that again? But in the younger generation, Ross Douthat has this phrase that he keeps using, zombie Reaganism. So I hear that and I say, of course, principles have to be adapted to the issues of the day, but is there an extent to which the rising generation on the right and center right is just sick of hearing about Ronald Reagan, the way Democrats in the 60s got sick of hearing about FDR? Is it purely generational, or is there some sense in which tax cuts, lower regulation, stronger defenses somehow are ill-fitted to the circumstances of the day?
Well, I think I would like to get back to growth, and I would like to get back to growth that is, not inflationary, that's not cancerous, and that's not, apocalyptic in the sort of bad tech version. And this is much easier said than done. But that's what I think we should figure out how to do this in a detailed way. And there certainly probably are some tax cuts that are part of it. There's a lot of deregulation that's part of it, and it's a fairly hard thing to do. There certainly are ways that I would like us to take the challenge of China more seriously, but it's not like this super simple thing. There was a way that the Soviet Union was motivational in a way that China was not, because the Soviet Union, even in the darkest hours of the Cold War, 79, Carter malaise, most of us thought we were eventually going to beat the Soviet Union. And the China piece, it's harder to see how to do that. It's not entirely up to us. Part of it, depends on other countries working with us. Part of it will be helped by China just going completely berserk internally, and so I'm not sure that the exact same formula will work.
Okay, so we do first what we know how to do.
But look, I'm quite open. I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do in terms of having a more concrete agenda.
I thought you were going to.
No, I think
I have a blank page here where you were going to fill it in.
I think we have to look. I think I always think the right broadly is it's a very ragtag rebel alliance. It's like we have diversity on our side. It's like Star Wars. It's Chewbacca and Princess Leia, and we have some Asperger-like C-3PO people.
The Rebel Alliance.
And Han Solo. It's the Rebel Alliance, and the other side is in lockstep. They're the Imperial stormtroopers, and there are a lot of disadvantages to the Rebel Alliance. But one advantage is we don't have to have all the answers right now. We can admit we haven't figured it out, and we're gonna have a vigorous debate in the next few years to figure it out.
We're talking.